Welcome back to the Immortal Quotes podcast, where together you and I decode the wisdom of the world's greatest thinkers and turn it into firepower for your growth, your discipline, and your destiny. Today, we step into a truth so simple, so quiet, so underestimated, that most people ignore it their entire lives. And because they ignore it, they never rise, they never grow, they never become who they were meant to be. Sharma captured this truth perfectly in one timeless sentence. Small daily improvements over time lead to stunning results. This is not motivation. This is not philosophy. This is a law that governs mastery, discipline, wealth, health, success, everything. And today, you and I are going to break it open. Number one, the lie of big change. Let's start with the lie that traps millions. I need to make a big change to create a big result. No, you don't. Big change almost never lasts because big change demands big energy, and big energy fades. People get inspired for one day. They get motivated for one moment. They set massive goals and burn out before they begin. The truth? You don't rise because you take huge steps. You rise because you take small steps every single day. Mastery isn't built in explosions. It's built in repetitions. Number two, the compounding effect of tiny habits. Let me say something that might shock you. Your life right now, every part of it, is nothing more than the accumulation of your small daily habits. Not the big decisions, not the rare events, not the once-a-year breakthroughs. Your habits built your health. Your habits built your confidence. Your habits built your bank account. Your habits built your opportunities. Your habits built your identity. Sharma's wisdom reveals a hidden truth. You don't need radical change. You need consistent change. Even 1% improvements daily explode into transformation because 1% doesn't stay 1%. It compounds, it stacks, it multiplies, it accelerates. Small progress becomes momentum. Momentum becomes growth. Growth becomes mastery. Mastery becomes transformation. And transformation becomes your new identity. Number three, the identity advantage. Every small action reinforces who you are becoming. Every time you keep a tiny promise to yourself, waking up 10 minutes earlier, reading 5 pages, saving a small amount, training for 5 minutes, writing 1 paragraph, organizing 1 drawer, cleaning 1 corner, meditating for 1 minute, you reinforce a powerful message to your subconscious. I am the type of person who follows through. That identity is worth more than any motivational speech on earth. Because once your identity shifts, your behavior changes automatically. You don't try to act disciplined. You become disciplined. You don't force good habits. You are the person who lives them. You don't talk about results. You generate results. Small actions don't just improve you. They transform who you believe you are. And when your beliefs change, your life follows. Number 4, the time factor. Most people underestimate. We live in a world addicted to speed. People want instant abs, instant wealth, instant confidence, instant mastery, instant success. But reality doesn't work like that. Look at every master in history. Athletes, artists, entrepreneurs, thinkers, leaders, innovators. None of them became extraordinary overnight. Their greatness was built slowly, quietly, daily, behind the scenes where nobody was watching. Because that's how transformation actually works. Time is not the enemy. Time is the multiplier. The longer you stay consistent, the more unstoppable you become. Number 5, why most people never see stunning results? Because they quit. They stop. They get impatient. They say, this is too small. This isn't working. I want results now. I'll start again when I feel motivated. But listen closely. What feels insignificant today will become undeniable tomorrow. One workout feels pointless. but 100 workouts changes your body. One day of discipline feels invisible, but 100 days changes your life. Small steps don't feel big, and that's why they're powerful, because they're sustainable. The people who win in life are the people who don't stop, not because they're exceptional, but because they're consistent. Number 6, a truth you must accept before we continue. Let me speak to you as directly as possible. You will not change your life in one day, but you can change the trajectory of your life in one decision. Right now, today, with one small improvement, just one, because that one improvement, when repeated, becomes your breakthrough. Sharma wasn't giving you advice. He was giving you a roadmap, and this roadmap leads to mastery. Now that you and I have explored the philosophy behind Robin Sharma's timeless insight, it's time to go deeper into the mechanics that make small daily improvements unstoppable. Because this isn't magic. It isn't luck. It isn't gifted ability. It's science. It's psychology. It's design. It's intentional living. And once you understand how this works, your growth will no longer be an accident. It will be engineered, predictable, inevitable. Let's begin. Number 1, the science behind the 1% rule, the compounding effect explained. If you improve by just 1% each day, do you know what happens after 1 year? You don't become 365% better. You become 3,778% better. That's not a typo. That's mathematics. That's compounding. That's exponential growth. Here's why. 1% doesn't stay small. 1% compounds on top of itself. If you get slightly better today and slightly better tomorrow and slightly better the next day, before long, you're operating at a completely different level. The problem? Most people never see the jump because growth at first is invisible. You go to the gym, you see nothing. You meditate one day, you feel nothing. You read 10 pages. Your life doesn't change. You study 20 minutes a day. You're still the same person. But day after day after day, something starts happening. You understand more. You feel calmer. You feel stronger. You think sharper. You speak with more clarity. You act with more confidence. And one day, everyone around you begins to notice. But they didn't see the small steps, the repeated steps, the disciplined steps. They only see the stunning result. This is the power most people never tap into, because they want visible progress now. Not realizing progress builds invisibly, then explodes visibly. Number 2, the neuroscience of habit formation. Why small wins rewire your brain. Small daily improvements aren't just psychological, they're neurological. When you repeat an action, no matter how small, your brain begins building a path for it, a neural pathway, a mental groove, a route your mind becomes comfortable traveling. Every repetition strengthens the pathway. Every day you show up, your brain becomes more efficient at supporting that behavior. This is why reading becomes easier, discipline becomes natural, working out becomes normal, waking up early becomes effortless, focus becomes sharp, confidence increases. Because your brain begins saying, this is who we are now, this is what we do. That's the real magic of tiny actions. They transform who you are at a biological level. Not by force, but by repetition. Number 3, the 1% daily blueprint, the system you must adopt. Now let's take this deeper, into a structure you can apply immediately. Robin Sharma's philosophy works because it's simple, but simple doesn't mean casual. Simple means powerful when done consistently. Here's your blueprint. Step 1, choose 3 core areas to improve daily, not 10, not 7, not 5, just 3. Examples: health, wealth, mindset, skill, career, relationships, discipline, creativity. Pick 3, the ones that matter most to the life you want. Step 2, create a tiny daily action for each area. For example, health, 10 push-ups, wealth, save $1, or read 5 pages on finance, mindset, 2 minutes of deep breathing. Career, 15 minutes of deep work. Skill, watch 1 tutorial video. Discipline, make your bed. Relationships, send 1 message of appreciation. These are not goals. These are minimums, your non-negotiables. No matter how busy your day becomes, you will always complete your tiny actions, even on bad days, even on stressful days, even on tired days. Because the point isn't the size of the action, the point is the continuity of the action. Step 3. Track your daily wins. This is crucial. Humans are reward-driven. Your brain must see progress to stay motivated. Use a habit tracker, a journal, a notes app, a physical calendar, a whiteboard. Each day, check off your tiny wins. It doesn't matter how small they seem. What matters is the streak. Your streak becomes your identity. Your identity becomes your power. Step 4. Make weekly 1% upgrades every week. Upgrade each habit slightly. 10 push-ups, 12. Read 5 pages, read 7. Save $1, save $2. Meditate 2 minutes, meditate 3. Write 1 paragraph, write 2. Small increases, tiny improvements, nothing overwhelming. Before long, your habits are strong, your actions are bigger, and your life is lifting upward. You're not forcing results, you're creating results. Step 5. Never break the chain. There will be days you can't give 100%. Fine, but give something. 2 push-ups, 1 page, 30 seconds of meditation, 10 minutes of deep work. This is how champions stay consistent, not by being perfect, but by never stopping entirely. Small daily improvements, over time, lead to stunning results, always. Number 4, the truth most people forget. Consistency beats intensity. Most people fail because they aim for intensity instead of consistency. They try to overhaul their life in one massive surge of motivation. Then burnout hits, and guilt, and shame, and self-doubt, and they stop. But when you focus on tiny daily improvements, burnout disappears, motivation becomes irrelevant, pressure fades, habits strengthen, identity elevates. Consistency always beats intensity, always. Because intensity is a moment, consistency is a lifestyle. Number 5, the secret. Progress is emotional, not logical. Here's one of the deepest truths you must understand. People don't quit because the habit is too hard. People quit because they feel like it's not working. But feeling isn't fact. Growth happens before you can feel it. Change builds before you can see it. Compounding works before it becomes visible. This is why tiny steps matter. You don't get overwhelmed. You don't burn out. You don't feel lost. You don't feel like you're failing. You feel steady. You feel aligned. You feel progress. You feel forward movement. And forward movement is the emotion that keeps you going. Sharma understood this. That's why his philosophy is built on small actions, because small actions build a powerful emotional rhythm, and emotional rhythm creates unstoppable consistency. We've explored the philosophy, we've explored the science, we've explored the system. Now we uncover the soul of this quote, the identity transformation that small daily improvements create. Because the truth is this: small actions don't just change your results. Small actions change you. And this is where your real evolution begins. Number 1, the emotional transformation of the 1% lifestyle. When you commit to improving a little bit every day, something powerful starts happening internally. You begin feeling more in control, more capable, more focused, more confident, more aligned, more proud, more grounded. The chaos of life becomes manageable. The overwhelm fades. The pressure lifts. Why? Because progress creates peace. Effort creates confidence. Consistency creates identity. Most people chase motivation, but motivation is temporary. Identity is permanent. And when your identity becomes, I am someone who improves every day, Your actions follow naturally. Number 2, the identity shift from trying to change to becoming the change. Here's the deepest shift you'll ever experience. Most people try to be disciplined, but disciplined people don't try. They are. Most people try to be consistent, but consistent people don't try. They are. Most people try to grow, but people who grow don't try. They are. Do you see the shift? Your habits create your identity. Your identity shapes your behaviors. Your behaviors build your future. Small daily improvements create the identity of someone who is constantly becoming more, every day, without fail. And once your identity changes, your life must change with it. Number 3, the 30-day small daily improvements action plan. Here's your simple, unstoppable 30-day growth blueprint. Step 1, choose 3 areas you will grow daily. Examples: health, wealth, knowledge, skill, discipline, mindset. Step 2, define 1 small action for each. No big moves, no dramatic plans, just small, repeatable steps. Example, 10 push-ups, read 3 to 5 pages, 2 minutes of meditation. Step 3, track your wins every day. Keep a visible streak. Don't break it. Step 4, weekly upgrade. Every 7 days, increase each habit by only 5 to 10%. Step 5, never skip twice. If you miss a day, return the next day. Your streak resumes. Your identity remains intact. Do this for 30 days and people around you will notice. Do this for 90 days and your life will shift. Do this for 1 year and you will become unrecognizable. Robin Sharma's quote isn't about perfection. It isn't about massive daily effort. It isn't about grinding until you collapse. It's about being just a little better today than you were yesterday. Because tiny steps taken consistently become massive results inevitably. Small daily improvements, over time, lead to stunning results, always. The biggest risk is not taking any risk. Mark Zuckerberg. In episode 15, we dive into why playing it safe is the most dangerous choice, the psychology of fear and comfort zones, the difference between calculated risk and reckless risk, how successful people approach uncertainty, why in today's world inaction is the real threat, and how you can begin taking bold, strategic risks that transform your life. If episode 14 was about steady improvement, episode 15 is about bold movement.